said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
We about to find out. We about to find out.
The NC State Wolfpack taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
We about to find out. I get the ball first every game. Every game I get the ball first, bro. And I don't have to win in the fourth quarter.
NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. He'll bring it out. It's Dort. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Might be changing the route. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the wide out. Got it in the middle. It's Dort. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to throw on first down. Finds a man on the left. At the 45 on its way. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
I don't know about that. Oh, we're going to see. Oh, we're going to fight.
All the way down
That's
at
what
the
we're going to do.
33-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Breaks into the open. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. Running through contact. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the back. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, Guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The field's already shrunk. Get some momentum back right here. Get a big stand.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They'll run it from the gun. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to throw, it's Rayner. He's got him.
Oh, Lord, why would y'all give me that dude?
He's loose on the right. The 10. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Once he got some room, it was over.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together.
I try to click on the cornerback that's standing right there waiting to make the tackle, and they give me the safety who behind the cornerback.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill.
Damn, bro.
Coming out with it, it's Dortch. He was looking for more running.
Nigga don't even gotta work for it.
As he stopped at the 23.
Y'all ain't even make the nigga work for it.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job.
Here we go.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense
Here
there
we
goes
go.
zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback
We
a
can't
little
block
bit,
3.
forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Huh?
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Bro, why are you getting...
Cover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
In the kitchen.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort.
Oh, man, why are we not blocking?
Not making a stone wall on 3rd down.
Well, just nowhere to go there, and it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Kick is in the air. On his way from around the 50. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. To throw, it's Rayner. Here's a heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. Line getting set on second down. Looking to fire. The sure hands, it's Edwards. Good, solid tackle.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Got room on the return. At the 30. He's at the and he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll go to the ground. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Why y'all switching sides and stuff, bro? Like, what are y'all doing?
They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. Back to throw, it's Rayner. Here's the pressure. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that
Ooh,
last week.
get over there and pick him
Really
up.
good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right. Turning it on. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I got to look and see who's supposed to be blocking.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time.
This nigga 66 chasing a nigga, bro. Ain't touching nobody.
And they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Taylor wants to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thurman. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Making side adjustments here. From the shotgun, the inside give. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
A run for the quarterback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
And 54.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Bulldogs headed quickly to the line. They want to dance their way in on third and goal. Touchdown Bulldogs! Great job by the back on the option.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. UNLV is on top, but it's not like Randall Cunningham is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 10 over Utah. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by... There he goes!
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Wolfpack with a lot of options on second and short. Leaves it with the running back. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Looking for a man. It's Rayner. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
They're running the curl route against zone coverage. The quarterback knows that's going to be a tight window. He's got to rifle that ball into his wide receiver. He does just that, and as a result, they pick up the first down.
To the air on first down. Pocket breaking down.
What up?
Just chucks it into the 4th row.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Yep.
They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you can tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Punch it out of the air. Brought down inside the 15. Mark it at the 14-yard line. Now a 4th down decision to be made by this offense.
Yo, yo.
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it
Chilling,
past the
man.
marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires to the end zone. And he will
Why you not
get it.
playing that?
Touchdown.
Why aren't you playing that?
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game,
No pressure.
we got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Then this nigga Damn, bro. I just. Oh, Lord.
On the move from inside his spot. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. To start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The offense changing the play. Taylor wants to throw it. He's got his man.
Y'all gonna hoop today?
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Wants to fire on second down. The throw to the outside is complete. Across the 35.
No.
The 36 in a really
At the house. Waiting.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Makes it past the mark.
Boy, you see it, son.
47 after a 10-yard gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue.
Look like they opening it up though for everybody.
His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
That's caught. It's Broussard.
Just stop.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
How many first downs?
Nobody in house, huh?
Just on this drive, the defense. They keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Shoots it to the left. It's caught downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. From the red zone, looking for a space. Buys a little time. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Fires to the wideout. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations.
How quickly they gonna make a hire?
Just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it pay off.
What, they got about a week then?
Let's finish this half now. Now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Dropping back, it's Rayner. Grabbed in the middle, it's Scott. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He's got it. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Rush is on him. Going to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
One more snap coming before halftime. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Hubs it downfield. This time it's complete. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Hold on.
Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half.
Yo. What up with it, bro?
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't...
Turning on the Jets! And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. The Red Hawks of Miami are just steamrolling their way to victory. No way the experts saw this coming. A lead that just keeps growing and growing. They're up 14 over Sam Houston. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Taylor wants to throw. Going over the top. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention. And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. Finds his man and Ship. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's so hard to get to quarterbacks when they get the ball out of their hands this fast. Great job understanding what the defense is doing, right away assessing, hitting the corner route right off the jump.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll run the draw. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads it downfield. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. And the Bulldogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. The give on the inside. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Handoff from the gun. He'll be wrestled out of bounds at about the 7-yard line.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. They want to run this quarterback. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Quarterback will keep it. And he runs it across goal. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. Back to throw, it's Rayner. Bringing the heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. The kick is on its way. And the coverage team will get to it, and they'll down it just inside the 30. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. From the gun to give, looking for room. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Taylor wants to throw. Here comes the heat. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Broussard. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. He might want another play. Looking downfield on 1st down. He rifles one deep down the middle. Makes the grab down the middle. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Back to pass, it's Rayner. Quickly complete. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
Here comes the offense on second down. Gets the back moving. Second down, he'll throw it. Looking left. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, NC State.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Taylor wants to throw it. He's going for a big play downfield. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
To the air on second down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Shipp. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Looking to throw on first down. He turns that loose down the right side.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. He just weren't able to come down with that one.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Quarterback making adjustments. Taylor wants to throw. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it inside the 30. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. Now they'll try the right side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Looking to throw, it's Rayner. Got a man, it's Scott. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
To the air on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Sends it back in motion. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's James. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And trying to put points on the board
defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Under fire. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Might be calling a hot route. Taylor wants to throw it. Dumps it to the back. Caught over the middle. It's Lewis. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
The Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
And obviously on that third down situation, the running game's in play. They go RPO, but how about the defense? They were ready for it up front. Good physicality setting up fourth down.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, looking to pass. Going for 6. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Wants to throw. It's Rayner. Working that left side now. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. NC State going up tempo.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
to the line on 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Edwards. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Looking downfield, it's Rayner. Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. It's James. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They'll send the back in motion. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires left. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. 1st down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Taylor wants to throw. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the knee.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on 1st down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Unloads it left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
It's first down from the 11. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to change this route. To the ground with the back. Touchdown Bulldogs! And the pummeling has started. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. His drive will open from the 15. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Let's go. Right. Single.
Looking for a man. It's Rader. Makes the grab. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to pass on second down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And these defenses put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on down.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself